In past segments, we have spoken about my tips for flipping and also how to determine your ARV, after repair value. So now that you're an expert on ARV, how do you know whether or not a property is a viable flip? So today we're going to run the numbers. We're going to start off with our ARV and we're going to back out our costs. Our costs are split up into 3 categories. They are repair costs, closing costs, and holding costs. To determine your repair cost, ideally you're going to want to have your contractor who's going to be working on the property give you a bid. But if time does not permit for that, then get a good gauge right now and go back and verify in detail during your inspection period. Make sure you're leaving a line item for plans and permits. And this is a huge topic, so we're actually going to talk about it in detail in a future segment, but for right now we're going to move on to closing costs. Closing costs consist of agent fees, title and escrow fees, transfer tax, recording fees, prorated items such as interest and taxes, and notary fees and other miscellaneous charges. So usually that's running about 6 to 7% in Sacramento County. Now keep in mind this does not include capital gains tax, which is required by the Franchise Tax Board to be taken out upfront in your escrow in most flipping situations. So strategies around that would be to flip under a corporation or through a self-directed IRA. So now moving on to holding costs. Holding costs primarily consist of hard money interest and the cost to procure those loans, which include points, processing fees, and other miscellaneous charges. If you are a traditional cash sale, then you are limited to the normal holding costs such as property taxes, insurance, which is typically higher on flip properties, and utility charges. So now that you know all of your costs, we can run our equation. We're going to start off with our after repair value, and we're going to minus out our repair costs, closing costs, holding costs, purchase price, and then what's left over is your net profit. If that number is not appealing to you, we're going to reverse those last 2. So that would be ARV minus repair costs, closing costs, holding costs, desirable profit, and then that's left over is your offer price. That's going to be the max amount you're going to want to offer for that property. So just make sure, this is a really competitive market, so make sure that your expectations are in line with the market. People ask me all the time, what is a good profit? And really that's a personal question. What is worth the risk to you and also worth your time? So in Sacramento, we're usually looking at about 10 to 15% net return on investment is what we're looking for. So that's it for this week. Thanks so much for having me again. This has been Olivia Barrett from Keller Williams Realty with your real estate investment market update.